What's up guys, it's DoctorGTA here, and we're going to do a reaction video to the GTA Vice City Remastered mod by me. I haven't done one of these before, and I decided why not be the first to do a reaction video to my own video. And you get to kind of see an insight of what I went through in the process of making it. So I got the video played, and let's go ahead and play it. Alright.
Hey guys, it's Ken Rosenberg.
Ken Rosenberg here. Okay, it's the same introduction scene as... okay. So that first scene is from the very beginning of GTA Vice City if you haven't played it. The first mission at Escobar International Airport where they're picking up the entourage and Tommy and introducing him. That was the exact scene. You can actually go back and see it. It's pretty cool. And the audio is the exact audio overdubbed from that scene.
See, the hardest thing for me was leaving the life. We were treated like movie stars with muscle. We had it all just for the asking.
Oh wow, okay. Parachuting in.
All I wanted was a phone call away.
Whoa, okay.
Free cars, the keys to...
That was the GTA Vice City cop car, but remastered in its own form. And as you can see, everything in this video looks really beautiful. This guy is using some type of post processing or something. Looks really good. I like the little yacht boat and then Colonel Cortez's boats right to the left there. Keeping the shots very quick, changing the shots very quickly to keep the distraction, the focus of the viewer.
Hideout flats all over the city.
That audio.
It's all you'd ever have to know I was alive.
That audio was actually taken from Ray Liotta's voice from the movie Goodfellas and cut and arranged in a way and taken out the background noises so it sounds like it's just him because the movie's playing in the Ray Liotta voice has other people talking around him, so it's very hard to do that, to get the processing done and to let it actually play his audio clean like it's just being said. Good quick transitions. That was the limousine that everyone always drives in Vice City when you were a kid. Like, limousines were so fun to drive around. You already know. Looks like here's Tommy picking up a hooker.
Hey, gorgeous, jump in.
Hey, gorgeous, jump in. That's not Tommy singing that. That's Mike. That's Michael from GTA 5. So it's showing that there's actually GTA 5 still in a mod and that it can do so much. It's kind of like a teasing that this is still GTA 5. So keep in mind. Raphael's clothing shop. Oh, he's got the clothing on that he wore in the original game from the shop when he picks up the new suit. And then the original bike, the original sounds. Nice bike. Same angle of the camera as the mission cutscene.
We interrupt your programming with a message from the State Department.
Okay, State Department. He's backing out from the lawyer's office in the same Admiral kind of look-alike vehicle. It's a real Mercedes, it looks like. And he's playing the radio, and it's giving you the introduction of when you first play Vice City. It's got the weather sounds and all that. Like, you can't go across the bridge. We have to cut the island off to give you something to do.
For a second, I thought I was dead.
More Ray Liotta voices. More police car going. Quick action scenes changing. Oh, that lightning looks good. I can still see some of those cars are from Miami Vice. Miami Vice Testarossa with the one mirror on the top left. Good transitional scene. It's showing you can stand on dynamics. He knows the collisions are very detailed. Testarossa. Lance in that mission. That was a mission where Lance actually pulls up and he picks up that Ruger weapon and it cutscenes to him pulling up and he's actually talking to him. That's all from the original game overdubbed audio. This part. This is Wafu, an anime character with big tits. I just had to add her in there because she was really beautiful. And I needed to add a beach scene. It's not a Vice City mod without the beach scene. So I put her in and I added some Candy Sucks lines because it kind of fit the character. Nice melons. And I love this scene so much because it accidentally got filmed at the last part of the video. And I was like, oh my God, it looks so funny because the angle and everything set itself up on accident. It ended up like this. I was like, that's got to go in the game. And it's got the actual cars all lined up like it would be at the airport. And you're just busy airport and they're fighting to get in the vehicle. I had to put it in. It was so funny. When you hear Michael telling people to chill the hell out, it was so good. I was like, perfect spot. We'll put it right there. And it was funny. I didn't have anything to go in this spot to put it in the video, so I was like, I'll put it right there. So it just fit so perfectly. Everything kind of came together, but keep in mind, this video was very hard work. It wasn't just throw in some car mods. It was like, I had to get a new graphics card because I couldn't get the mod to work, and then I had to film for about a month of filming, and then I went for about a month. It was about 2 months of editing, or 1 month of editing, 1 month of filming, total of 2 months to edit this. I started the video around January 3rd, and I finished it around February. No, actually, I started this right before Christmas, actually, but I didn't really get all of it done, and I had to re-edit some other parts and then re-add them into the game at the last second. I got the whole video kind of completed, and then from there I was like, oh, I don't like that scene, so I had to go redo a couple scenes to make them more perfect than what they were. But you can hear Michael talking, and it just shows you it's GTA 5 still, so it kind of is funny. Cutscenes. Okay, I'm cutting back to the bike scene. Actually, I didn't get hit. That scene was filmed with a script where the guy tried to fight me, and I added him in to try to fight me. Believe it or not, that was the first take. He didn't actually hit me. So I got the first take good where I stole the bike. That was an iconic mission too, when you could pick up the bike from that place. It was like the first time a two-wheel vehicle had actually been in an open world game where you can kind of like use the physics properly. And believe it or not, the GTA Vice City physics were not that good, but for the time, to be able to ride a motorcycle in a GTA game was like not unheard of. So it was like a perfect way to introduce the bike, and it was like, oh my god, you can ride a motorcycle in a video game. Like, believe it or not, helicopters and planes were not even a thing yet. It was just, oh my god, you can ride a motorcycle. So everyone was so hyped about the bicycle. Got some more Vice City. Oh, will you be working for my father? Maybe. Do you mind me resting my hand in your lap? Maybe. Such a funny scene right there. That's when you go to Colonel Cortez's boat. That's like the second mission you do, and you pick up Mercedes. That was Mercedes, or it's supposed to have been Mercedes, but I had to put Misty in there to kind of fill the role, and it kind of worked. And I added her in, and you basically go to the boat, you introduce Mercedes to Colonel Cortez, that's her father, then you come back out, obviously if you didn't know that, you get in the car, and then you drive away, and I was like, I have to add the maybe scene. The maybe scene is so funny, and I know everyone likes that maybe scene. Maybe. It's the same monotone voice. Like, he says the same answer, and even in the scripted cutscene lines, I was looking at the two maybes he said. They're the exact same maybe. There was no difference in tone. It was just the same scripted maybe added to the next iteration. So there wasn't two maybes. It's just one played again. It's kind of funny.
More updates.
Picking up the prostitute. Private. He's picking up a prostitute because why would you not pick up a prostitute? Vice City was such an iconic game, and in the original mod, when I made this video, I was like, you can't have Vice City the way it is without having prostitutes pick up. Like, that's what made it. Like, GTA 3, you could pick up prostitutes, and that was kind of a thing. It was kind of introduced, but not a lot of people knew or cared about. Social media wasn't up. No one really talked about it as a big thing, but it was very viral in GTA 3. But when Vice City introduced that you could pick up the prostitute, you could get 150 health, then you could, because you can only get 100 health with normal upgrades and stuff, in armor and health upgrades. So you could get 125 or 150 health. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. And when you could do that with the hooker, that was everything. And you could kill her and get the exact money. If you spent $20 in that hooker and you give her the money, when you got out of the car, she got out of the car and you killed her, you got the money back. So everyone was always, there's a meme before the internet had memes, and it was like, see son, it showed this kid sitting there, see son, when you kill that hooker, you can get your money back. And it was so funny. Everyone, and you could park in the trees and the car would shake. So I was like, I have to add the prostitution mission. All the prostitutes were not in this mod originally. I had to add them into the modification for it to work, because the modification didn't have the PEDs mapped properly in positions where you could pick up a prostitute. There was no prostitutes anywhere on the map, so I talked to the author. He was going to add them. He took too long to do it. I just did it myself. Going back more to this, I killed that guy because the animation for the cut and the hatchet was so cool. And I was kind of mad at this chick that kind of screwed me over. She's like a prostitute, I guess you could say. In real life, she's acting like it. So I was feeling a little bit like American Psycho, what's his name? So like I had to use the hatchet. And I thought that was a good transition to spin the camera on to keep people focused on the skyline. And then I made the guy walk very feminine. Someone finally pointed out he walking so feminine. He just killed someone. He's walking like.
We interrupt your programming to inform you all bridges.
Okay, so here's the bridges part again. Have been reopened.
Hurricane Hermione has
not hit the city. Now back. I thought that was a perfect transition because it was like they're foreshadowing in you beat the missions. Now you can finally go to the next island. It was so cool when that came on the radio and you could actually know you could go to the next island, because everyone in the original game was trying to get to the island with cheats and just trying to find glitches to get to the island because everyone wanted to know what was at the other island. But when that radio thing came on, you knew you made it past a certain mission. And that mission actually took place right around the time Avery Carrington wants you to do some missions for him. So I added his scripted audio in as well to make it a little bit better.
Avery, what's eating you?
All I'm saying is keep your eyes open, and you might find a perfect business opportunity. I'll catch you later.
That's Avery Carrington's actual limousine.
I'll
get a bit of practice on the way, though.
One thing puzzling me. What's with Quentin?
Quentin? I don't know. I don't like it. Quentin Vance. All those were added from the original game's audio.
Hey, I got enough of that at school.
Yep.
You sure it's better?
Not that shooting and talking. So basically, I added this scene in as like a hunt. I wanted to add the real hunter in because everyone likes that. That's an iconic helicopter. It was first introduced as a weaponized helicopter in the first time in GTA, and everyone liked that you could shoot rockets from helicopter from the military base. So I was like, I'm gonna add the real life helicopter mod. So I added the real life helicopter mod into it, and I was flying around. I was like, this looks beautiful. So I added it in the game, and I didn't know what I was gonna do with it until the last second. I was like, I can add those lines from Gnome Pin. In 86, there's a mission called Gnome Pin 86 in the original Vice City, where Lance and Tommy are flying from Cortez's mansion, which is right there, and you fly to the you go to Prawn Island to do a mission. And I was like, those lines have to actually go perfectly with this, because this is like, perfectly a helicopter scene. Why not add it in? But if you go back and look, actually, Lance is not actually in the helicopter. It's just Tommy. So it's kind of a cutscene that no one's going to figure out until after you watch this video and know that I didn't add Lance into it. But usually they would be in an unarmed helicopter flying over there and you would be shooting out the window. So it was kind of a change in a way, but kind of recall, a tribute to the past. Shoot. Good transition when he says you're a charmer. It was kind of funny to add some comedy and then spin it around. Get right back into the prostitution, because this is the transcend of the prostitution mission happening. People might see.
You think I'm impressed by that?
All those lines were added in and mixed to sound better. That was overdubbed audio from the original game from the speaker of the stolen squad car driving erratically. That was all overdubbed and added. I'll take care of it. So driving the police car, that was that anime girl. You running errands for him?
The more we learn now, the less we have to learn when we take this town over. I like your style, man.
Real fresh. That line is so cool. I like your style, man. Real fresh. Growing up as a kid, that was one of the things that was for some reason just stuck in my head. It's so playful. I liked it. And I was like looking for something to fill, had a gap in the timeline. I was like, I don't know what to put. I hadn't done any really, I've done air, I did motorcycle, I did sports cars, I did missions, cutscenes and stuff. And I was like, I need something in the water. I didn't have enough. So I scripted all these with Minio. I scripted all these boats to do all this stuff, set up the scene and hit action, automated the script, and then recorded it with the editor. I was like, I needed a boat. I didn't have a boat to put in. So first I started with the boat. I found a mod of a boat. This boat was a mod. This is not originally in GTA. So we added this in. It's like a renovated, refreshed 20-year in the future version of the Miami Vice boat. And I think it plays the role pretty good. So I was like, I need to contrast it because the water is very plain. So I changed the boats to be super ultraviolet colors, orange, white, red, and just changed those. The difficult part was having Vance stand on top of that hood. He wouldn't stand on the hood for so long. It was so hard to do. I came back and I had to do an attach object script to attach him so his bones were attached to it and he wouldn't fall off and shoot. Everyone's trying to figure out how the hell did you get him to stand on the boat so chill. It looks kind of wonky in a way, but it works. It does the job because it had the lines play with the water scene. Everything worked out. That guy is actually just driving straight. If you watch this scene, if I were to play this video after the scene cuts right here, that guy just runs straight into that wall because he doesn't know where he's going, the orange cargo guy. And then our boat just drives because I'm controlling Tommy, and Lance is just shooting, and then he stops shooting, and that's all that happens.
Give me your... Come on.
This is inappropriate, but I had to add it. I was going to cut some of it out. I questioned cutting out some of the words she was saying. I don't normally... I wasn't going to put that in, but it's iconic. I go to decline the service to give you a hint. What's going to happen next? Another mission here. This is actually Colonel Cortez's ped, the HD ped. But I knew they kind of looked the same as Ricardo Diaz. So, I mean, not Colonel Cortez's ped. That's Gonzalez. It's supposed to be a Gonzalez mission from the original game, but I added Ricardo Diaz's ped for this mission because that's the only one that kind of fit the spot, and I don't think many people would argue about it. It's been 18 years since the game came out, so like, I was like, I'll just add it in. Added the overdubs of the audio. The chainsaw actually doesn't work. It's actually overdubbed audio tracked up to make it work, and I just ran the same lines. And every time they would talk, their mouths don't move. So I had to move the camera so it doesn't give away that they're not actually talking.
Wasted my life
and my looks. And because the chainsaw didn't work, it was just like, it's just a replacement for a bat. So you're hitting the chainsaw like a bat and it doesn't work. So I was like, I got to find a way to add that in without making it look so bad. So I had to cut to this B-roll clip where he's already killed the guy, because the blood wasn't anywhere when I was killing him because it was like hitting him with a bat. So I had to hit him like 100 times to get the blood everywhere. Then I cut the clip and then went to this clip where the blood's on the ground to make it look more gory. There was no sparks on the chainsaw. Probably could have added them if I had Adobe After Effects and I learned how to do it, but I was like, it gets the point across. And
okay, so they're brothers, okay? One operates the business, and the other
one does the flying. Yeah, so they're leaving the Escobar Airport about this town. You can see Vance's plate. It says Vance right there. This is actually a rendition. That Testarossa was a rendition of the Infernus that Lance Vance actually drove, and everyone knows it was a white one. It didn't have Vance on it, but I was like, why not give homage? So we added the Vice City vehicle share generation. So that's all actually vehicle shares from Vice City. We added that in, and we added the overdose, like, because that was iconic when he was taking you to the weapon shop after you killed that meat guy. Here's some more clips of the yacht driving around. That's a mod as well. This mod is a very nice mod, very, very high poly, but the scene looks so perfect. It was amazing. I was like, it's captivating. And driving in Yacht Rock, if you didn't know, Yacht Rock was a thing, so just going around there, I kind of regret this clip in a little bit, to be honest, but it's only because this clip had no boats or like life in it. You don't really see anyone doing anything. You don't see anyone on the bridge. It just looks very bare, and I was like, I'll leave it in because it was so captivating and it was a good angle. I didn't want to re-edit it, and this was already, but I didn't think of this until after the video aired. I was like, I can't take it down now. It's done. It's completed. But I was like, it's too good to pass that up because, you know, cruising in the yacht. There's some times in Vice City, you guys know this, where the PlayStation 2 couldn't handle it. You just would maybe see one boat or two boats. And sometimes you'd see no boats because the computer was getting too much memory usage, or I don't know what it would be called. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm an idiot. But I was like, it looks good enough to work. So I was like, it'll work. It'll work. So we just left it in there. But, you know, that's what you get. More Avery Carrington's limousine. That was a good limousine to try to steal. There was a glitch where you can get a black limousine if you change the cheat code. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the part I wanted to show everyone. I love this. Finally continuing the hatchet. He kills her with one hit, but that's where it cuts because it's like we don't want to show you killing women in the games. It's very bad to show sex or violence and stuff, especially when you know you're making something very good production. You really got to pay attention to your audience, and you can't be giving away so much stuff that's like very critical of your audience. Like, you don't want to put the wrong things out there. Even if you have good intent, you have to double check and recheck everything just to make sure everything's good. Not because it's made for kids or whatever. It's just it's the nature of film. What point do you really want to be put across? Do you want to be known as the guy that put the sex shit in there? Or do you want to be known as the guy that made something very creative and imaginative? You don't want to be that guy that's not thinking about who really is watching this. You want to be a good motivator and a good influence, especially on kids, because they're going to be watching this as well. I only put certain things in there because I knew they were tastefully put in there because they matched the actual audience. So that's why I only put the prostitution mission in there, stuff like that. And killing her, that's just something that everyone did. You killed her, you got your money back. And I was like, I have to put that in there. But I wasn't going to put that in there. So that's the scene right there. If you guys want to check the thumbnail of this video, right there, there's the thumbnail. That's where I captured the thumbnail from. So there you go. Some more wet scenes in the road. I think it looks good though. That's an actual non-ELS police car. It doesn't use ELS. Again with the Corvette. I know it kind of kills the thing, but this scene looks so good and colorful. I was like, I can't pass it up. Plus my driving, I think you agree. Once the clip is over, you can check it out. Maybe let me know. Very good driving. Amazing. I'm doing some Trump shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But I got that Corvette in real life. So that's why I put this clip in there, because I'm giving an Easter egg to like the end of the video, which I actually do get a new Corvette. I'm getting that Corvette in real life, guys. There he's killing the hooker, but she's already been killed. And I added a little mission sound effect. I don't know if you can hear it. Watch the main video back. You can hear the mission. Then he gets in the car and he drives away, because you want to give quick action. And I was like, it's too quiet when he runs to the car, so I made the phone ring. So I added the phone ringing with the missions. And he's going to the missions in Washington Beach. Those are some missions you get from that guy at the payphone where the number's taped onto the phone. You have to go kill people and shit. Those are foreshadows as well. But the audio from that was added overdub. It's not a real mission. You can't do that mission. So I had to add it because it was too boring. Walking and getting in the car is like, it's too busy. I need to cut out that part and just show him in the car driving. But I was like, no, I can't. I want to show some organic experience and make it look more natural. So this is the whole point of that, is to make it look more natural. Even if it sacrifices on attention span and transitional scenes and keeping action going, it actually shows a naturality to the scene and makes it more presentable. It makes it more classy, I think. Plus, you can't beat that Testarossa mod. Looks good with the neon lights. This part right here, from this point on, for that first like 6 minutes or whatever, that's all the runtime was for my original video. All that was edited and heavily done extensively. This part from where he drives the car and it says all this stuff, this is just B-roll I added at the end because I wanted to reach the 10-minute mark because I already hit 6 minutes and I had all this extra film. So I just added these scenes in and took maybe two weeks or so to add these scenes in and kind of just make them match the audio that was playing, because this song is like it's a non-copyrighted indie version of an 80s song I really like, and I was like, it matches the scene, I'm gonna add it in, like you're driving a car listening to the music on the radio in Vice City, but this song is non-copyrighted, so I can use it. So I added it in there, and then from there you just drive around and have these scenes playing out that are B-roll that I was gonna throw away, and I was like, just I'm gonna throw it in there. If they're not gonna see it, then no one's ever gonna see it. Just throw it in there, get the 10-minute mark, make some more ads. Why not? So I threw those in there. Even though I didn't make that much money on this video, to be honest, it's getting all kinds of views from like external websites and stuff. I'm not getting any monetization. Leaving the mansion in the black stretch. You have to do it. Here's again with the Corvette. But yeah, that Corvette's coming. I can't wait to get it. Always iconic, taking off from that helipad on South Beach, on Washington Beach. When you beat the game, you get that helicopter spawning right there. 'Cause it's all I have. Yep. That's a good song, right? I know you guys, it's perfectly tastefully added to the 80s scene, but it's non-copyrighted, so it's easy to use. Everyone uses all these stupid, like, I don't know what they're called, like, they use these, like, they're cool techno songs and instrumentals and stuff and free songs, copyright music, but they're not matching Vice City when they made their videos. So I added my own in there. Like I said, this is all B-roll, by the way. So, yeah. Some more Vice City driving and stuff. It didn't really like a lot of these scenes didn't really make sense, but I was like, We'll just add it in there, give you some extra stuff to see. No one's ever gonna see it. I was gonna throw it away. Rich and powerful father. Vamos. That's a scene where you pick up Mercedes. There was a continuation, but it was a sequel kind of thing. But you know, I wasn't gonna add any of this in. I didn't really like it. It was like it was just enough to be okay, but not enough to be good. Those buildings look very good though. Post-processing on all that, oh my god, it's amazing. All this stuff was done with, I guess I can go over that and share you. So, see, the scene looks very good. Well, the post-processing in the video, it's basically using, I guess we can get into terminology. I used Visual V as the time cycle files for this. Visual V was installed, nothing else. After that, I ran it in 4K mode with everything on Ultra except for MSAA, which was on X8 when I exported it. Now I exported it with Eve from X8 MSAA with the 4K, so that's like running it at 10K. So the anti-aliasing is beautiful, shadows and everything. This is all retextured, updated models retextured too, so they're enhanced from the get-go. Then Visual V adds the tone mapping, the color correction, all that in, and then over the top added a EMB, which is called Photorealistic San Andreas PRSA, and then I predefined the settings with the ISO and the shutter speed and the contrast, the brightness, and a whole bunch of different things to get this kind of bright, warm look that was kind of hot. And I think it did perfect job at not being too gaudy, because some people go over the top, put saturation up the ass on the video, or they make it look too dark. But I want to add a middle way because I want most people to like this. I don't want me to like it personally. It's supposed to be like this. Another scene I added with the EMB, I changed the settings and I kind of toned them down a little bit, made more reflective, a little darker with more contrast, more saturation to give a colorful pop. Because when it's overcast, the sun is actually more clear and bright. So there's more, those buildings are actually more colorful right now than when they usually are. But yeah. And you got driving around, and that was my favorite thing to do though, if you want to know. Yeah.
Like,
and there's me.
I'm going to make the best.
So weird seeing me. I'm reacting to my own self.
But these other guys are already jumping on it, so I decided to just take my time.
Why not take your time? But yeah, I ordered a graphics card for this. But this is the cool thing. I got the car right here. This is the car I ordered, guys. So subscribe here if you want to see it. Corvette C8. I ordered this exact spec with the black rims, the red paint, the black trim, the Z51 package. That's all ordered. I'm going to have it soon, and it's going to be sick as fuck. So subscribe here. Thanks for watching. Follow along for some more videos. Thanks for getting my Vice City Remastered video to 200,000 views by the point of me making this video. I saw it blowing up overnight. My phone was blowing up. I was like, holy shit. I got to do a reaction video because someone's going to do a reaction video to my own video. That's not cool. So I'm going to do it first. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Catch you later.
I want to make some videos on the car.